Now at 10, a high-speed chase ends with a SWAT team surrounding a house in Jasper County, Missouri. Plus,
the Boys and Girls Club of Ottawa County just got a new location. I'm Anthony Saviello, and I'll be talking about how this new building not only benefits students and kids, but community members as well.
And PSU and KCU Joplin announced a new program for medical students.
The four states' most watched news starts now.
The Boys and Girls Club of Ottawa County can now boast a new facility. This is KOIM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. KOIM's Anthony Saviello tells us why this is not only a big step for the kids in that area, but for the community as well.
What used to be a convenience store in the town of Fairland now lies empty and out of use. At least it did, until Boys and Girls Club of Ottawa County stepped in.
We've been in the process of identifying a new location for our Fairland kids, and in that process we were able to secure some funding through Cherokee Nation to make a purchase. And so that is this new building that we just purchased here in Fairland, the former Family Dollar building that will eventually become our new Boys and Girls Club.
The 8,500 square foot building will now be the go-to after-school destination and provide the necessary child care many parents depend on.
They just have so many opportunities. You know, you want your kids to grow and learn, and that's what they do here. So that's it's a perfect place for kids to come.
It's not just the building that's going to get converted into a club. This parking lot behind me is sure to make a great basketball court and green space once they get it up and running. The facility is the 5th location for Boys and Girls Club in Ottawa County. It obviously needs some work, but McKinsey says when it comes to the remodel, the kids get a say.
We've really incorporated the kids into the design process. We want to know what they want. And so we've been able to talk to them and say what's important in your Boys and Girls Club. And things like games rooms and video games and sports areas are important to them, but also calming spaces like libraries and reading spaces have been their priority as well.
As a parent, Ashley says she's excited for what the new space will provide for her children.
You know, just the larger space and availability of activities and stuff, and also the summer program is a big one for me, to be able to send my kids here in the summer and have them, they enjoy it, they love it, they don't want to come home when it's time to pick them up.
Reporting in Ottawa County, Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
That new facility is set to begin remodeling in the coming weeks, and the plan is to open by August of this year. Some thunderstorms heading our way. Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, at least we got a nice quiet day for us today, but we are going to get those changes moving in here later on tonight. 64 was our high, above our average high, 56 degrees. Right now we look okay. We're sitting mid to upper 50s. Roads are dry. We're going to stay dry as we go through the next several hours. Temperatures are going to stay up tonight. We're only going to drop into lower 50s. But look at the clouds increasing. Underneath the clouds, not much is going on yet, but we'll start to get some thunderstorms developing along that Kansas-Oklahoma state line. And this is going to be late tonight. Let's go through the future. Quiet 11, midnight, 1, 2, and then 3, 4 o'clock. Batch of thunderstorms get going, mainly on the Missouri side, but could be a little bit loud. These are going to push east. Another big batch develops early morning, so by the time you wake up, bands of showers and thunderstorms rotating through. We're going to talk more about this all coming up here in a bit.
Catch you in a few. A chase in Cherokee County, Kansas leads to a manhunt in Jasper County, Missouri, all in connection with a stabbing death. Law officers this afternoon surrounded a property on the 1100 block of Malang Road west of Joplin. They eventually used a battering ram on their tactical vehicle to enter the building. They also searched outbuildings but didn't find anyone. This all began with a car chase in Cherokee County, Kansas around noon today, reaching speeds of up to 120 miles an hour. Authorities say that chase was connected with the weekend stabbing death of a Carl Junction man, Seth Langford. That car crossed into Jasper County, Missouri, and officers lost it near 7th and Malang, but found the car abandoned behind the home. Again, they did not find anyone. We don't know specifically who authorities were chasing, but we do know they have been seeking these two men in that case. Scott Burleson of Wyandotte, Oklahoma was considered a suspect in the stabbing death. Paul Phillips of Seneca, Missouri was considered a person of interest. Authorities in McDonald County, Missouri have arrested an Oklahoma man wanted by multiple agencies for months. They say Samuel Huddleston of Grove, Oklahoma stole a vehicle just outside of Southwest City, Missouri city limits. He's also wanted by Delaware County, Oklahoma authorities for unauthorized use of a motor vehicle and by the Cherokee Nation for child abuse and assault with a deadly weapon, among other charges. Stemming back to last year, law enforcement arrested him and recovered the stolen vehicle. The Joplin Regional Airport is moving forward with establishing a new aircraft rescue and firefighting building. It's going to house 2 ARFF trucks. The current building sits at the south end of the airport. The new one is going to be near the control tower, saving about 2 minutes of reaction time to emergencies, according to airport officials. The FAA's Airport Improvement Plan program is paying for most of that project.
$8.5 million building, only about 5% is paid for by the airport directly. All of the rest is federal money to put this beautiful new facility in place here at the airport.
The airport snow removal equipment will also be housed in that new building. KDOT today announced the launch of a road usage charge, and it's looking for Kansans to participate in a study. The three-month study explores whether a pay-per-mile road usage charge could potentially replace the current state fuel tax as a new way to fund roads and bridges. KDOT is recruiting pilot participants to take part in the study, which is scheduled to begin in April. Participants who complete that pilot study, they can earn a $100 incentive. Kansans interested in taking part can go to KOINNewsNow.com for more information. Pittsburgh State University and Kansas City University Joplin announced a new partnership today. The Accelerated Medical Path undergraduate program saves 1 full year of tuition and fees for students, allowing them to get into the workforce 1 year earlier. The program provides PSU students automatic interviews to KCU, the medical school. High school seniors and students who have not yet completed their first semester at PSU can apply to the program.
The students that we are hoping to recruit to come to Pitt State, we want them to be gorillas. We want them to be eager. We hope that we're able to recruit more of the local the students that would like to pursue this path in medical and dental education.
AMP-UP students will have the chance to complete their clinical education in our local communities, serving friends and neighbors, and participate in world-class research opportunities, which will enhance their future careers as practicing physicians and dentists.
According to PSU, the cohort will include up to 35 students per year, 25 students interested in going into medical school and 10 interested in going into dental school. PSU hopes to have the first cohort in the fall. It's MIAA tournament time on the hardwoods. John's going to have highlights from Missouri Southern's opening round versus MWSU a little bit later in sports. But first, an artist in Kansas brings a healing touch to some women fighting very tough battles.
The new dog can call it whatever the heck you want. New dirty drinks now at Sonic.
Crawford County Historical Museum hopes to hook the public with its new group. It has a long name. It's the Open Hooking with Hooks and Loops group, and it began today. Rug hooking is a simple art craft that can be used for a table mat, wall hanging, small floor rug. The craft dates back to the 1800s, but still has uses today.
Started the the rug hooking workshops. We had about 8 people that came. But when we added the open hooks on Wednesday and we had all the hookers coming in, we've had that filled up every week.
People with experience with the craft or who have taken at least one class were welcome to attend. A business in Pittsburgh rises to the occasion when it comes to feeding the community of Southeast Kansas. Toast launched a program in November called Spread the Loaf. The program has already helped more than 500 people. The goal is to eventually provide that service more than once a month. A henna artist in Kansas uses her gift to bring joy and comfort to women fighting cancer or alopecia who lose their hair. Her henna crowns, offered free of charge, are an alternative to wigs. Henna, a traditional Indian form of body art, also helps relax the body and nerves. Marlon Martinez reports.
Behind every design, there's a story.
I'm a very quiet person. People would, if you ask anyone, they'll say she's so quiet.
But Bertha Thomas is much more. She's a
Mother, a wife, and a nurse.
who has been battling alopecia, a disease that causes hair loss.
It took me a minute um, to accept it. I wore wigs for a while, but you kind of get tired of that.
To help those who have lost their hair due to cancer or alopecia, Nita Said Sardu is using her talent as a henna artist to help women regain their confidence.
I always was thinking about how to spread the beautiful message that henna has and how to spread its beauty around the city.
Henna art is a traditional Indian method often used to bring joy, but also empowerment.
Hopefully women get this to feel more confident about themselves. It helps them gain a new identity.
And it's also a reminder that there is more to it than the outer beauty.
She made me come out of myself and just help me realize who Bertha is.
Syed Sardo says Thomas has become like family to her. A little bit later, some Kansas high school basketball teams keep their championship hopes alive. John's going to have details from tonight's biggest matchups.
And we got some thunderstorms developing later on tonight. Details coming up next.
Spend your time.
Well, of course, it turned out to be a nice Wednesday for us today. Temperatures are pretty good, mid-60s during the afternoon, which is above average and will definitely take across the region. If we go outside, we are looking okay right now. Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. If we can get that popped up, maybe not. All right, there we go. All right, looks pretty good. Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Of course, just outside of Seneca, Missouri. All right, temperatures right now, mid to upper 50s. We do have some 40s once you get into our western counties, but most of us will stay into lower 50s later on tonight. Here's 7th, here's range line, 57. South winds at about 5 to 10. Visibility is looking pretty good. All right, we do have a low severe threat. So this is a level 1 out of 5. I really think we're just going to get some strong storms as we go through the next 48 hours. But this is going to be for late tonight, tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then again, tomorrow evening into tomorrow night, 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. I'm going to keep all the risk low, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get some very small hail out of some of these storms. Now, it's dry now. We have the clouds, which are increasing. Nothing underneath the clouds. Have some showers in northern parts of Missouri. But later on tonight, we'll start to get some showers and thunderstorms kind of getting going. But our main system still way out here. You can see the upper level low right across parts of Los Angeles, and that's going to head toward us as we go through the next couple days. Look at these rain chances. Here's 5 a.m. shoot way up, 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., 5 p.m. So periods of thunderstorms as we go through the daytime hours tomorrow. Let me take you through. We're going to stop at about 3 o'clock in the morning. Scattered thunderstorms popping up along the Kansas-Missouri state line. Quickly roll east, but some of those could be strong, some small hail and a little loud on the Missouri side. Here's 6 a.m. By 7, 8, 9 a.m., here comes another batch. Scattered thunderstorms. Kansas, Oklahoma, drive through the region. Here's about the noon hour. By 2 or 3, we get into a lull. Not too much going on. We are going to get some scattered thunderstorms, northern counties that shoot through tomorrow evening. Some of those could be strong, and then another batch that drives through the entire region late tomorrow evening. Then we get into another lull. And then once we get into Friday, especially Friday afternoon, we get batches of showers and thunderstorms, mainly along the south of I-44. But the cold air would have already worked in by this point, so this is just kind of a colder rain. Showers stick around Friday evening. May even get a few flakes of snow mixing in Friday night, and then it's all gone by the time we head into the weekend. How much rain could we get? It's March, we need the rain. A lot of areas, I think on average, will pick up 1, maybe 2 inches of rain, but there are going to be some isolated areas that get a little bit higher than that. Here's your day planner on your Thursday, 55 in the morning, 58 by noon. Rain, periods of showers during the afternoon. High temp of 63 degrees. 61 on Friday, periods of rain. We clear all out just in time for the weekend. Now, it is going to be cooler. High of only 52 Saturday, back to 62 on Sunday. Of course, the clocks, they move forward 1 hour early Sunday morning. And the sun's going to set later, and it's going to feel like spring on Monday and Tuesday. High temps upper 60s to near 70.
I'm liking the sound of that.
I'm loving it.
Things are starting to bud.
There you go.
Soon. Thanks, Doug. It's National Severe Weather Preparedness Week, and the Pitt State Campus Police Department is making sure students have a plan. The department and School Public Safety Office today hosted 2 training sessions. One was geared towards students and community members, the other for first responders. They focused on what to do to be prepared for severe weather and helping first responders understand how best to help when it strikes.
You know, we had a storm warning siren test at 11 o'clock this morning, so they got to experience that and know what that sounds like. So we want people to have a plan before the sirens go off, and that's really the purpose today.
Signs, how to read the clouds, and like more or less like also preparedness in case push comes to shove with the severe weather, because I have a feeling that this year is going to be a bit more feisty in the area.
Both training sessions featured presentations by the National Weather Service. Still ahead, 5 of our local high school basketball teams play at state, 5 of them. And Missouri Southern's men's basketball opens up the 2024 MIAA tournament. John Dales has those highlights and a lot more. It's coming up next.
It's not a good...
Ashley.
March is here. That means every college basketball game takes on more and more importance. Tonight in Kansas City, Missouri Southern men's hoops open up MIAA tournament play. We start the opening round of the MIAA tournament with Missouri Southern taking on Missouri Western. Early minutes of the contest, Darius Dawson gets things started with a hammer being thrown down. Few possessions later, Dawson almost throws it away, but Winston Desisau picks it up, finishes the layup. Western leads by 4. The Griffins start to create separation at the end of the half, though. J.C. Anthony throws down this dunk. Western leads by 8 at the break. Second half, Lions look to get back into it. Winston Desisau drains the 3. Southern within 5, but Western was just too much. Tay Fields finishes off the glass for Western. Then another Griffin, Keani Saxon, delivers the knockout blow with this dunk. Missouri Western defeats Missouri Southern 62-56. The Lions season comes to an end with a 13-16 record.
Tough night. Just didn't shoot the ball very well. I thought we got some good shots, especially around the rim, and then we just missed some open shots on the perimeter as well. Thought our guys played extremely hard, tough, and that's a good team. So credit to them for their defense, and they're a talented team, and I think their length bothered us around the basket.
Tonight's state tournament play begins for 4 of our local high school basketball teams from throughout southeast Kansas. We start on the boys' side. Riverton boys basketball making its first appearance at state in nearly 10 years. The Rams fall to Goodland in the quarterfinals, 68-46. Their trip to state short-lived, but Riverton finishes the season with a 17-7 record as sub-state champions. To the Class 4A girls state tournament, the Lady Tigers of Fort Scott advance to the Final 4. Fort Scott takes down Clearwater by 22 points in this quarterfinal. Their next contest is Friday night. They're guaranteed 2 more games no matter what. If the Lady Tigers win their next one, they play for a state title. If not, they'll be in the 3rd place game. In that semifinal, the Lady Tigers will face Bishop Miege. That's because the Stags take down Labette County in the quarterfinals tonight, 68-33. The loss ends the Grizzlies' season. Labette finishes 2023-24 with a 16-7 record. Now this season marked their 3rd trip to state in the past 4 years. Lastly, Class 2A, Colgan girls basketball keeps its undefeated record intact, and the Lady Panthers move on to the Final 4. They beat Eureka 66-50 in the quarterfinals. This comes on the same night the other unbeaten team in Class 2A loses. That's 1 seed Leoti. So Colgan plays its semifinal on Friday night at 6. Now switching gears over to Missouri. In Columbia, Liberal girls basketball is making its first appearance in the Final Four in school history. And the Lady Bulldogs fall in the semifinals 55-25 to South Nottoway, Platte Valley. Season not over yet though. Liberal plays Delta in the third place game tomorrow afternoon at 3. We'll have complete highlights, post-game reaction from that contest tomorrow evening. So you get this late, yeah, you're going to have a lot of teams having their season end, but not bad when 2 of our teams are going to be in the Final Four.
Yeah, we still have some more action to look forward to. We'll see how they do.
We do.
We'll be right back. Yeah, you do have plenty of time to breakfast in the morning, but here's a thought for you. Tomorrow is National Cereal Day. Yeah, there is such a thing because there's a national every day, it seems. The Kellogg's brothers became the very first to put cereal in a box and market it on a large scale, giving us the cereal we know and love today. Celebrate by posting your favorite bowl on social media with the hashtag National Cereal Day. Got cereal eaters?
I eat cereal every morning.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
I'm a Cheerios guy.
Oh, me too.
The regular, not the Honey Nut.
I don't like a lot of sugar. I like the Nutri-Grain,
Yeah.
not the regular.
I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but again, I don't have it.
See,
very
you're
often.
showing your age over here.
Exactly. As you get older, you might cut back on the
Don't like that
sugars
as much?
because,
Yeah.
well, yeah. I used to like Captain Crunch, but that was a lot of
Yeah.
years ago. All right, the weather.
Scattered thunderstorms late tonight, but most of us will have thunderstorms, periods of them, through the morning hours tomorrow.
Final sports note.
3 more of our teams tomorrow. Girard girls, Fort Scott boys, and Erie boys play at State.
All right, looking forward to that. Thanks for joining us. Morning show starts at 5 a.m. Let's make it a great tomorrow.